All right, well, I've heard from quite a few people that today's daily Squardle was interesting, apparently, so I'm going to take a look at that. All right, and real quick before we get to that, I want to mention that I just posted a new video over on my other channel all about the songs that didn't quite make it to the top of the Billboard charts, and I think it's pretty interesting which songs did and did not, and but go check that out, link in the description, up above in the corner, all the usual places. And now on to today's Squardle. I was trying to decide what to start with, and I saw somebody had suggested that for a weekly Squardle I should do 5-letter countries like Spain, Chile, India, Niger, Tonga, or Niger, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I know everyone always tells me it's wrong either way I pronounce it, but I have heard from people who have actually traveled there that the people in Niger pronounce it Niger. So, anyways, doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna use 3 of those since we've got the daily Squardle. I'm gonna do Spain, Chile, and Tonga, I think, because I want to get Tonga because of the O, and I think that'll have the least repeated letters, maybe. Although India has the D, but Spain has the S and the P. Let's do Spain, Chile, and Tonga. It doesn't really matter. All right, so we're doing daily Squardle, number whatever that was that I just clicked on. 319, I think maybe it was. It's December 19th, whatever it is. All right, so Spain. Okay, ooh, we got an A. Chile, or Chile, and Tonga. Okay, well, interesting. So there's no E, T, P, or C. We've got H in one of these 2. We've got I in the middle row and L in one of these 2. Okay, so Chile would have been better to do first or last, apparently. So we've got an I and an N in the middle here. We've got an N. Okay, we've got an N in the middle in both middles. So, it might be good to try an N there, or maybe second. I mean, AN is pretty good. Do an N there. What else do we want to do? This could be an I. This could be an I because we do have I in the row and the column. This could be India, which would be interesting. No, it can't be India. There's a white A. Okay. So there's an O somewhere in the grid, but it's not in the last row or the last column. So it might be good to try an O in this first row and column. But it can't be second. So it can't be, OA. Huh. I don't like AO, so if there was an O in this first row, it would have to be first letter. It could also be over here. It could be in the middle, too. We don't really know. Could be where we guessed the L's before. Or the direct middle of the grid, yeah. There's also a G somewhere. Well, if we're gonna do the N's, a G here would be good. Something like ingot. Ingot would be good, and that's our O then, potentially. Who knows? This could be angry, maybe? Can't be anger, because we don't have an E. Angry would work. I don't like the Y here as well as at the end, but it certainly could be. It could be like, it could even be something like slyly. In fact, there is an S here. We could do, what if it was slyly? That would be interesting. Oh, it can't be ingot. There's no T. There's no T. Okay. Can't be ingot. And there's no reason to think this is angry either, really. But, I'm thinking about doing ruins because it'll check for an I here. It'll also just, I know there's no N in the row, but there could be an N in the column. Especially, we do have this yellow N here. It could be that the word starts with N, so it'll kind of at least eliminate another spot for an N. And there's an N in this middle column as well, so it'll check for, well, it'll also eliminate where we have the L's before as possibilities for N's, so. Like ruins, we haven't done an R or a U. We know there's an S in that column there. Let's go with that. Okay, so the S is down here. The I is there. Oh, there's an S up here too. Awesome. Okay, so, oh right, yeah, there was an orange S. I was thinking the column, but there's an S in the column and the row. There is an R in the row. It could be ARS. It's possible. It could also be second here, so. Now, this N here, and the N here. Okay, yes, look at this. Okay, so the red N means there's an N either here or down here. But down here, we can't have an N because of the red N. So this is an N, guaranteed. And similarly, same thing here. This yellow N rules out the N here, so this has to be an N. So now, I mean, these could still be N's, but they're less likely to be N's because we've already got the N's there now. So, interesting. I don't know what to think now. So we've got the I. There's an H in one of these two. SH would be good. I think that's a good spot for an H. We could have an H over here, but it seems pretty good. Now, we've got L's. We probably should have done something with an L in here instead of an N. Yeah, that would have been good. Build would have been a better guess, but we wouldn't have found the S's then, so, you know. Interesting. So let's look back at the O again. We were looking at the O before. There is an O in the grid. It can't be in the last row and column. If it was in the first row or column, it couldn't be second because of the white O's. I don't think AOS. Well, no, chaos is, no, there's no C. So don't think AOS. I don't really like IOS either. It could be, but it's not great. So that makes me think the O might be in the middle, but again, it can't be second in the middle. It would have to be right here. So I think that's a good thing to guess. ON is good, ON is good. Now we can't do ONG. If this is SH, this is almost, it's probably a vowel. Not for sure, but maybe this is a Y. Irony? That would be ironic if I was trying to put a Y down here and it was over here. Actually, it could be in both places. We could have agony, because we need a G somewhere. Agony and irony and shyly? And slyly? I mean, it's possible. That would be really interesting. Shyly and slyly and agony and irony. That would work. We do have the red and yellow L's here. So what do we want to try? I was trying to think of something that would be, you know, G-O-N-Y or R-O-N-Y with a different letter at the beginning. Because we've already got the A and the I, but I'm not thinking of anything. Crony would work, but we don't have a C, so. So let's do agony. Okay, it is gonna be agony and irony, and then I think it's gonna be shyly and slyly. So, again, we can do either one. And I don't think there's any way to do the LLY or the HLY without doing shyly or slyly. So let's do shyly. Because if this isn't an H for some reason, then the H will be over here. Because, well, okay, so I was gonna say, this one, the column could be slyly instead of shyly. But if it was, what would this bottom one be? Because it couldn't be shyly because of the white H there. So let's just do shyly either way. Okay, it is shyly. This one's gonna be slyly, almost for sure. Now, we still don't know what's going on at the top here, though. We've got the I. We know there's an R. Well, yeah, I was gonna say irony would have been better because it would have checked a spot for the R up here, but that's not true. No, because we would have just got the green R, and then, yeah. I don't think we know anything. Do we? Is there any white letters that we haven't used yet? Yeah, I don't think we have any clues at all for these. We don't have any white letters we haven't used yet. We don't have any, you know, the L is pointing down here. This L is pointing over here. The I is there. The only thing we have is the R that we haven't used yet. So one interesting thing is this first letter here. It can't be an I, it can't be an A, it can't be a U or an E. It could be an O. If it's not an O, then I don't think it can, well, it could be a Y. But it would be acting as a consonant at that point. It would be a consonant Y, not a vowel Y. But I was gonna say it can't be a vowel unless it's an O. And I don't think it can be a Y because, I mean, I was thinking it could be a Y because of like years, but there's no E. But again, vowel-wise, this one can't be an O or an I or an E or a U. It would have to be another A if it was gonna be a vowel. And it can't be the O because the white down here, by the way. I don't think you're gonna have a double A there, maybe, but I don't think so. So I think this is gonna be a consonant. And so what I'm getting at is I think we're gonna have a double consonant here at the beginning. And I think the same thing here because again, it can't be A, can't be O, it can't be I, it can't be E, it can't be U. I don't think this can be a vowel. So I think we're gonna have double consonants there. This could be an R. The R could be in either spot, and that would work. There's quite a few things, you know, like DR or BR, and we could have like brass. Brass would work. What would this be though? Can't be BR. Could be BL. We could do brass and bliss, which would be interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna do brass, because I want to find where that R goes. Do I? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do bliss? Huh. Because, yeah, I'm gonna do brass. Hey, it's brass, and I think it's gonna be bliss. All right. Very nice. So this is irony, so we just need to do the I, really. And then we're gonna do slyly. And then I think it's gonna be bliss. It's not briss, it's gotta be bliss. All right, there we go. Well, I was making some really good guesses on this one. Very cool, so that is an interesting one. It's interesting that I had the end of the, you know, the last row and column in the middle before I even had a guess on the first row and column. Oftentimes you kind of guess the earlier ones first, but just worked out that way this time. So very interesting with the double Y in both words. So anyways, let me know how you did with this daily Squardle. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Here's an interesting question. Which song has spent the most time at number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 without making it to
that was really good.
On the left, awesome. Ballet over here. Okay, it is L and T, just like I was thinking. Now, alphabet. There we go. That's a good one.